Number 3, Siegelman Gate. You've heard about the jailing of the former Democratic governor of Alabama, Don Siegelman. Every new development underscores the likelihood that he was prosecuted to keep him from unseating the Republican who had succeeded him. He claims it was Karl Rove's doing. Now it involves Mr. Bush's head of the Office of Special Counsel, Scott Bloch. A week ago, the FBI raided Mr. Bloch's office, searched his home, and seized his computers, investigating possible obstruction of justice. Now it turns out that when career employees in Bloch's office opened a file on the Siegelman case, just to see if perhaps there was political targeting, Bloch personally ordered it closed down. Problem is, legally, it does not appear Mr. Bloch had any right legally to do that. No, you can have Mr. Siegelman's cell, Mr. Bloch. Number 2, Blackwater Gate. Despite its mercenaries murdering 17 Iraqi civilians last September, its contract to serve the State Department in Iraq has been renewed for at least one more year. State's rationalization for this? A, there aren't any other companies with 800 mercenaries on staff to serve as, quote, guards, unquote, in Iraq. And B, Blackwater is not facing any charges here or in Iraq for the slaughter in Baghdad last September. Of course, that is largely because the State Department helped make it impossible for them to face any charges here or in Iraq. And number 1, you do realize they are making this up about Iran Gate. Major General Kevin Bergner convened a news conference in Baghdad last Wednesday to list 20,000 items of ammunition, explosives, and weapons captured or uncovered by U.S. and Iraqi governmental forces in the last few weeks of fighting. 45 rocket-propelled grenades, 570 assorted explosive devices, 1,800 mortars and artillery rounds. The point? This was the big day. This was the day, according to the LA Times, that the American military was to show the media of the world the conclusive evidence that at least some of the weaponry used by Iraqi insurgents had been supplied by Iran. A U.S. military spokesman confirming to that newspaper that that's what the dog and pony show was to include. They were all ready to show off Iran's tangible responsibility for some of the haul of the machinery of death, to establish the link between American fatalities and Iran, trademarks or company logos or made in Tehran stickers or something. When U.S. explosives experts took a second look at all this stuff, they then said, none of this is from Iran. 20,000 blowing up things, hard count of those supplied by Iran, 0. Percentage of the whole imported from Iran, no percent. Amount of tangible evidence linking Iran to anti-American uprisings in Baghdad, none. You do realize they are making this up about Iran.